The Gottmans identified 4 communication patterns that are especially destructive in relationships. They call them the 4 Horsemen. First is criticism. What criticism looks like is when you're attacking your partner's character instead of addressing the actual behavior. That sounds like you always do this, or you never help, or you're so inconsiderate. The antidote to criticism is using the gentle startup. You talk about the specific behavior, you talk about how it actually affected you, and you talk about what you need from your partner. So instead of saying you never help with the baby, you can actually try saying, I'm feeling overwhelmed and I need more help with bedtime. When you're not using the gentle startup, you're probably going to run into defensiveness. See, defensiveness is one of the most natural reactions in the world. When people feel judged, when people feel misunderstood, blamed, they tend to defend themselves. So what that looks like is denying what happened. Like, no, that didn't happen. Or I only did that because you did that. Or, okay, screw it, I guess I'm the bad guy. Defensiveness usually sounds like self-protection, but it lands like avoidance. The antidote to this is taking accountability. That can sound like, you know what, you're right. I can see how that came off as harsh. Or, you know what, you have a good point. You've been taking the burden of bedtime the majority of the time. I can step up and do some more. Next is stonewalling. Stonewalling is a shutdown. It's when your entire nervous system is overloaded that you start withdrawing from the conversation completely. It usually comes up when you feel like you're talking to a wall, like you aren't being heard and that there's no point continuing this. This can look like you getting silent, you physically looking away, nodding and just agreeing with everything to not engage. Basically, you're clocking out of the conversation because what's the point? They're not going to hear me anyway. Not storming out, not punishing your partner, not disappearing for the rest of the night, leaving them to take care of the baby. A deliberate break. What a deliberate break sounds like communication and transparency. I want to keep talking about this, but right now I'm too flooded, I'm too overwhelmed, and I need 20 minutes. I will come back. That last part is especially important. You need to come back, because if you just leave, your partner is going to sit there in uncertainty. And uncertainty is usually just going to make the conflict worse. The last horseman is the most important to talk about, contempt. And this is the most dangerous of the 4 horsemen, because contempt is when you put yourself in a position above your partner. So that looks like sarcasm. That looks like eye rolling whenever something genuine is expressed, name calling, an overall tone of I'm better than you. Contempt does not just communicate frustration, it communicates disgust. And that is poison for your relationship. And no, there's not a quick antidote to this. The antidote is changing the culture of the relationship. You have to build a relationship that has a climate of appreciation and respect for one another.